Hare Srinivasa, paying obeisances to His Holiness, let us all start this function. Esteemed Governor of Tamil Nadu, Shri R.N. Ravi, friends, Bhaktas, it is my great pleasure to welcome all of you on behalf of Palimar Mata and Shri Pattabhiram Charities. My duty to introduce His Excellency is like carrying coals to Newcastle. He's made a name in the hearts and minds of the people of Tamil Nadu for being such an upright and straightforward person. I have read in social media and newspapers about him, but yesterday when I went there, I was blown by his, I can't find words. He's a thorough gentleman. He's a true, what can I say? He's such a perfect gentleman. A Sanatan from the S to the N. It's appropriate that such a fine gentleman, His Excellency, is now involving in the valedictory function of His Holiness. His Holiness is now finishing his 45th Chaturmasya. What is Chaturmasya actually? In early times, the length and breadth of Bharata Desha would be traversed by religious gurus, sons, Swamijis, Yetis, spreading knowledge all over the Bharatavarsha. During the time of rain, 4 months, when insects would come up and their travel would put the insects to difficulty, in recognition of this, the sons would not travel for 4 months and would stay in a particular place. This is our dharma of protecting even insects, because we are not the only people God has created in this world. They have also that much right, as much right as we have. Today, with so much of carbon emission and this, we are killing ourselves. That's a different thing. But look at the grandeur of thought of our ancient Indian culture. Coming to, just yesterday I briefly introduced Swamiji to His Excellency. I missed one point. 20 years back, Swamiji has, when he was Paryaya Peethadipati, has started the midday meal scheme from Udupi Krishna temple, feeding today about 50,000 people every day, irrespective of caste, creed and religion, from Udupi Krishna temple. So this is what Swamiji is propagating, the Sanatana Dharma which he is propagating, the Sanatana Utsava that he celebrated in Chennai. Is involved all of us in philosophical debates, discussions, bhajans, pata, pravachana, puja. And what is the end result of the puja? Sarve jana sukhino bhavantu. It is not that only praying for us. It's praying for the whole world. Sarve jana, all human beings. And we believe in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The whole world is one family. So with these words, I also welcome all the guests, the patrons, the award winners today, whom Swamiji is honoring, all the bhakts, all the people who have joined in this Chaturmasya. Once again, a warm welcome to all of you. May Swamiji's blessings and Lord Venkateshwara's and the Pita Patta Devar Sri Ramachandra's blessings be all on all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Sri Ram Prasad ji. The magnum opus Srimad Mahabharata termed as Panchama Veda, is being released now. Over to Srimati Anuradha Sridhar, English translator of the English version of the book. Please, madam.
Hare Srinivasa, my humble Bhakti Purvaka pranams to Sri Vidyadisha Tirtha Swamiji of Palimaru Matha. Namaskarams to Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, Sri R.N. Ravi ji, and all the devotees who have gathered here. Tattva Samsodhana Samsat, sister concern of Sri Palimaru Matha, was established in 1999 by Pujya Sri Vidyamanya Tirtha Swamiji and Sri Vidyadisha Tirtha Swamiji with a main objective for research, protect and propagate Sanatana Dharma. Samsat has published more than 184 books based on authentic manuscripts. Recently, Samsat, with help of several scholars, researched old palm leaf manuscripts from both South and North renditions and published 1 lakh verses of original text of Mahabharata. Ramayana and Mahabharata, being two stately epics in Vedic literature, do spring several surprises which are hard nuts to crack, leading to gross misinterpretation due to poor fund of knowledge. Therefore, despite several publications available on these epics, our revered Swamiji desired to publish Mahabharata Tatparya Nirnaya by Sri Madhvacharya in English, making this magnum opus work reach far without any language barrier. Its exhaustive commentary traces broadly the meaning of the story of Ramayana and Mahabharata, with conclusive meaning, reconciling the mutually contradictory statements along with other philosophical tenets. This book is certainly a matter of great pride that even 7 centuries ago, Madhvacharya presented to the world such a research-oriented work. Even modern scholars like Dr. V.S. Sutankara has very respectfully acknowledged Sri Madhvacharya's Mahabharata Tatparya Nirnaya. I am deeply indebted to Sri Swamiji for having entrusted me with this noble task, and the work I place before you is purely a result of his blessings. This translation is based on the original work by Vidwan Sri Hayavadana Puranik. The limitations of the English language prevent effective and faithful translation to the original. As Sri Rajiv Malhotra ji in his publication, Sanskrit Non-Translatables has rightly said the need to Sanskritize English. I have tried my best to convey the purport of the original text. I urge everyone to read and become the torch bearers of our culture to uphold the glory of Sanatana Dharma. As I have experienced several unexplainable happenings in my life while writing this work, I am sure each one of you will be able to feel the embrace of the invisible hands. I once again bow to noble feet of Sri Swamiji and humbly request him to bless by releasing the book. I request Honorable Governor R.N. Ravi ji to accept the first copy from the Holy
Sri Palimar Mutt. Besides the educational scholarship which Swamiji gave to the Thank you, Honorable Governor ji. Besides the scholarship which has been given by Sri Palimar Mutt, His Holiness also recognizes and rewards social workers for their contribution to the society. Over to Srimati Anuradha Sridhar to brief about the social workers and the task that they had carried out, please.
Ramajayam, sir, Sri Ramajayam to come to the stage. Sir, you have well known and recognized for your social commitments and services rendered in various capacities in the community. Sir, your organization with more than 500 members is dedicatedly engaged in cleaning of temples since 2011. Some of the temples that deserve mention are Shabarimala at Kerala, Tirupattur Brahma Temple, Tenkasi Temples, Tiruvarur, Rameshwaram, Ariyalur, Tiruvenkodu in Tamil Nadu, Chandragiri, Srisailam in Andhra Pradesh, Dwaraka, Somnath, Nageshwar at Gujarat, and many more such holy premises. Sir, apart from this, you and your team have extended help to more than 1,000 families through Ramakrishna Mata during the floods at Chennai. Sir, during the corona crisis, your yeoman service for administering homeopathy medicines to more than 27,000 families is commendable. You have conducted several medical camps. Sir, with all your achievements, the younger generation will surely look up to you as a role model. We pray to Lord Sritapati Sri Ramachandra to bless you with longevity and health to continue in such services. For this, Sri Hrishikesha Jagadguru Sriman Madhvacharya Moola Mahasamsthana Sri Hrishikesha Tirtha Pita Palimaru Mata takes pleasure to confer the title Seva Ratna on N.K. Ramajayam, President of Jagadguru Sevas. I invite Srimati Jayanti Narayanan to come to the stage. I request Sri Bindu Madhavan to read the citation.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Palimaru Mata Udupi takes the pleasure to confer the title Seva Ratna on Shri Jayanti Narayanan, teacher and trainer for differently abled children. Madam, you as a teacher in the Clark School of Deaf and Dumb, working with the intellectual challenged primary classes children, are rendering yeoman service to the community. Additionally, you trained yourself in braille, tactile, visual sign language orientation mobility, which is a boon to several differently abled children to give them wholesome approach in their development. During the testing times of COVID, your selfless service is reflected by the way you have supported many families and children through your video presentations, guiding them to fulfill their special needs. Madam, you have been recognized with several awards and honors for your achievements. The Best Teacher Award by Dr. Muthulakshmi Reddy Women's Association, Saima Seva Award, Kindness in Excellence in Teaching by Spastic Society, one among 50 inspiring women in Chennai, Pudumai Pen Virudu, to name a few. You have been recognized by the media and several articles have appeared in local newspapers and magazines. We pray to Lord Sitapati Sri Ramachandra to bless you with longevity and health to continue in such services. Now I would like to invite Gopalakrishnan to read the citation for the next awardee.
Now I request Sri Satyanarayana to come on stage, please. Sri Palimaru Mata Udupi takes the pleasure to confer the title Seva Ratna on Sri Satyanarayana, yoga teacher. Sir, you are a recognized yoga teacher, well known for conducting yoga classes for institutions as well as individuals. Your yoga classes impart training both in physical exercise and in the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. Your training sessions bring psychological awareness, helping stress management. Sir, you have organized several yoga-related programs in colleges, polytechnic institutes, banks, staff training colleges, Armed Reserve Police Forces, University of Madras, and in schools, both for students as well as school teachers, completing more than 700 sessions. Sir, you have also given lectures and taught faculty and students of Ohio State University, USA, and conducted several classes on yoga and Bhagavad Gita at Canada. You have also conducted program Dhyana and Vaikati in Tamil Podigai TV with more than 300 episodes to your credit. Your radio and FM programs are very popular. Sir, you have several recognitions to your credit. Yoga Kaustuba by Sri Vishwaprasanna Tirtha Swamiji of Sri Udupi Pejavar Mata. Tanga Tamarai Yoga Achievement 2022 from BJP leader Sri Annamalai ji. Yoga Pravina by Sri Satyatma Tirtha Swamiji, Sri Uttaradi Mata. Indeed, it's a pleasure to recognize your selfless services. We pray to Lord Sri Sitapati, Sri Ramachandra to bless you to continue the good work with healthy long life. Thank you.
Thank you. His Holiness Sri Sri Palimar Swamiji has undertaken construction of dharmashalas in many holy places like Dwaraka, Haridwar and so on for the benefit of devotees. Now, His Holiness Sri Sri Swamiji has undertaken the construction of dharmashala in Kurukshetra in Uttar Pradesh and Jagannath Puri in Orissa. Now, it is a time to express our sincere thanks to those who have been supporting in this divine cause. May I request Sri Krishna Sharma, CEO and MD, Karnataka Bank President, to come to the stage and get Anugraha Mantrakshata from His Holiness Swamiji. Please. May I request Sri Shelvi Damodaran, the advocate, who is instrumental in arranging this program, to get the Mantrakshate. Request Dr. Narasimhan, Senior Cardiologist, Apollo Hospitals, to get the Mantrakshate from His Holiness Swamiji. Dr. Narasimhan. May I request Sri Venkatesh Murthy to come to the stage. Request Sri V.S. Sridhar Annanagar to please come to the stage. Request Dr. Usha to please come to the stage. Request Sri Ramachandran to please come to the stage. Request Sri Bhagavantarao and Sri C.Y.V. Ravindran, representing SMSO Nidhi, to the stage, please. request Sri Veda Priya to come to the stage. Request Sri L. Venkatesh to come to the stage. Please. We have been hearing about His Holiness Swamiji's his achievements on the spiritual and social domain. Now it's time to see a short clipping of His Holiness Swamiji's achievements in a short clipping. Thanks to Srimati Bhargavi, who has done the editing and presenting to all of you. Thank you.
From in and around Udupi have free midday meals every day. He started a free hospital under the name Shri Dhanvantari Clinic for devotees coming to Krishna Mutt in its vicinity. Puja Shri Swamiji appointed successor to his Pitha during his second Paryaya. Shri Shailesh Upadhyaya, a student studying Vedanta in Yoga Deepika Vidya Pitha, was ordained Sannyasa Ashrama and named Shri Vidya Rajeshwara Tirtha Swamiji. Shri Swamiji had dedicated a Vajra Kavacha to Lord Krishna in his first Paryaya. In the second Paryaya, he had a dream of dedicating another unique offering to Lord Krishna. What he saw, he realized it by the grace of Lord Krishna. That is, the Swarna Gopura he dedicated to Lord Krishna's Sanctum Sanctorum. This Swarna Gopura is built with around 100 kilograms of high-quality gold. During the second Paryaya of Shri Swamiji, many dignitaries had darshan of Lord Krishna in Udupi. The then President of the Government of India, Shri Ram Nath Kovind, Pontifical Head of the Puri Shankaracharya Pitha, Shri Shri Nishchalananda Saraswati Swamiji, His Highness Shri Yaduvira Krishna Dattachama Raja Vodeyar, the Maharaja of Mysuru State, Shri Rajnath Singh, Defence Minister of the Government of India, Shri Amit Shah, Home Minister of the Government of India, the then Chief Minister of Karnataka State Shri B.S. Yediyurappa, Yogacharya Baba Shri Ramdev, former Prime Minister of India Shri H.D. Devegowda, Shri K. Sivan, the then head of ISRO, former Chief Minister of Karnataka, Mr. H.D. Kumar Swamy, Sangeetacharya, Shri Shri Ganpati Sachidananda Swamiji of Avdhuta Datta Peetha, Mysore. Quiz: Krishna Vesha, painting for children and offering of Laksha Tulsi.
Thank you, Srimati Bhargavi Bindumadhavan, for making this short clipping. Now it is time to listen to the Amritavani of His Holiness Sri Sri Palimar Swamiji.
कृष्णं वन्दे मन्तपाशधरं दिव्यार्भकाकृतिं शिखाबन्धत्रयोपेतं वैष्मी मध्वकराञ्चितम् आपादमौलिपर्यन्तं गुरूणामाकृतिं स्मरेत् तेन विघ्नाः प्रणश्यन्ति सिद्ध्यन्ति च मनोरथाः। समस्तगुरुभ्यो नमः। भारत भूमि परम पवित्र है। भारत देश में बहुत बहुत गंगा यमुना सरस्वती नदी बहती हैं। नदी अमेरिका लंदन में नदी बहती है, परंतु वहाँ कोई स्नान नहीं करते हैं। स्नान करने वाला नदी है तो वो भारत में ही है, दूसरा जगह में नहीं है। इसलिए भारत माता श्रेष्ठ माता ही है। उत्तर भारत में सारे भगवान का रूपों का अवतार हो गया। रामा अयोध्या में अवतार किए हैं, कृष्ण भगवान मथुरा में अवतार किए हैं। भगवान का अवतार उत्तर भारत में ही होगा। नदी गंगा यमुना सरस्वती सारे नदी उत्तर भारत में बहती है, परंतु वो जड़ नदी उत्तर भारत में बहती हैं, परंतु चेतन तीर्थ सब बहते हैं या दक्षिण भारत में। शंकराचार्य जी ने, रामानुजाचार्य जी ने, मध्वाचार्य जी ने दक्षिण भारत में अवतार किए हैं। ये चैतन्य पूर्ण अवतार हैं। मध्वाचार्य जी ने सारे वेदों का, सारे पुराणों का, लक्ष्य श्लोक महाभारत का सारा सर्वस्व रूप में ग्रंथ किए हैं। उसका नाम सर्वमूल है। सर्वमूल में मध्वाचार्य जी ने कहते हैं ये गीता भाष्य ग्रंथ, इसमें कहते हैं वो गीता में क्या कहते हैं, लड़ाई करना अर्जुना युद्ध करो कहते हैं। हमें आश्चर्य होगा वो तो कैसे धर्म होगा, युद्ध करना तो हमारे अभ्यास ही है। कृष्ण भगवान ने यह सिखाया, गीता का सार क्या ही है। जगतगुरु श्री मध्वाचार्य जी ने कहते हैं स्वविहित वृत्तिया भक्त्या भगवदाराधनम परमो धर्म तद विरुद्ध सर्वोप्य धर्म। हमारे जो ड्यूटी है वो तो प्रामाणिक रूप में करना ही चाहिए। वो तो करने के समय वो ईश्वर प्रीत होना ऐसे चिंतन से करना ही चाहिए। एक एक आदमी को एक ही धर्म ही है। वो टीचर हैं, वो सिखाते हैं, सिखाने उसका धर्म है। वो सिखाने छोड़कर मंदिर जाकर पूजा करो वैसा शास्त्र नहीं करेगा। वो तो जो सिखाता ही है उसे प्रामाणिक से सिखाना चाहिए। वो सिखाने के समय या भगवान का आज्ञा ही है, इससे भगवान प्रीत होगा, ऐसे रूप से करेगा तो वो भी भगवान का बहुत श्रेष्ठ पूजा ही है। वो युद्ध करते हैं मिलिट्री लोग, वो तो सारे त्याग करके वो युद्ध करते हैं। सारे कुटुंब को छोड़कर वो युद्ध करते हैं। हमारे बड़ा प्रेम का समाचार ये है, हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी ने दीपावली के समय में उनके साथ अपना उत्सव मनाते हैं। वो तो सब छोड़कर, परिवार छोड़कर वो युद्ध करते हैं। वो युद्ध करते हैं क्यों के लिए? उसका स्वार्थ नहीं है, सारे भारत माता का सेवा करते हैं। वैसे सारे लोग अपने अपने काम, अपने अपने धर्म मानते हुए वो भगवान के पूजा रूप से करना ही चाहिए। यो तो भगवान का पूजा होगा। हमारे देश सनातन धर्म का क्षेत्र है। हमारे भारत देश हमारे हिंदुओं का क्षेत्र है। हिंदुओं का एक ही क्षेत्र है, वो भारत। वो भारत के छोड़ेंगे तो हिंदू का राज्य स्टेट नहीं है। इसलिए सनातन धर्म का साकार मूर्ति, सनातन धर्म का प्रसव करने वाला माता जी, भारत माता का पुण्य दान यही है। इसमें हम सनातन धर्म करना ही चाहिए। यदि इसमें हमारे अवकाश नहीं मिलेगा, हमारे एक ही अवकाश है, वो हिंदू महासागर ही है, वही डूबना ही चाहिए। इसलिए हमारे एक एक स्थान है धर्म आचरण करने के लिए, वो तो हिंदू धर्म है, वो तो भारतीय है। इसलिए भारत सनातन धर्म का मातृभूमि है। इसलिए सनातन धर्म का अनुष्ठान वही करना ही चाहिए। वो चातुर्मास्या, वो तो पूजा सब यही कर सकेंगे, दूसरे जगह में कैसे हम कर सकेंगे? हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी ने ये बच्चों का एक पार्टी में भाग लिए थे। वो तो ओलंपिक में विजय में रहेगा, हमारे भाग्य है। वो तो तीसरा नहीं, और भी होना ही चाहिए। हम चाहते हैं, हम तो चाहते हैं चंद्रलोक जाना ही है। चंद्रलोक जाकर वहाँ अपना नाम परमानेंट किया, वो देश है हमारे भारत ही है। इसका नाम क्या रखे? बहुत अच्छा नाम ही है। उसमें अपने अपने अधिकार का नाम नहीं रखे हैं, हमारा अपना फैमिली का नाम नहीं रखे हैं, परंतु एक ही नाम ही है, वो तो ईश्वर शक्ति, भगवान ईश्वर के सिर पर रखने वाला चंद्र है। इसलिए चंद्रलोक में हमारे जगह मिल गया है। न केवल चंद्रलोक में, नेक्स्ट हमारे देश का प्रगति तो आदित्य लोक, रवि लोक तक हमारे पहुंचना ही चाहिए। वो तो भगवान ही कराएगा। हमारे तमिलनाडु का बहुत बड़ा भाग्य है, इसका राज्यपाल हमारे रवि नारायण यहाँ भाग लिए हैं। सनातन धर्म का एक एक ही लिंक है। सारे लोगों को प्लीज करने के लिए सनातन धर्म का निराकरण करेंगे तो देश का सुभिक्षा समृद्धि कैसे होगा? धर्म शब्द का अर्थ महाभारत में कहते हैं धारणात धर्म इत्याहु। जो हमारे धारण करेगा वही धर्म है। जब तक हमारे धर्म है वहां तक आरोग्य से हम रहेंगे। जब धर्म का अकाउंट खाली होगा हमारे आरोग्य दूर होगा। इसलिए धर्म हमारे धारण करने वाला, हम तो नहीं धारण करने वाले हैं। इसलिए देश का धारण करने वाला कौन है? वो तो सनातन धर्म ही है। सनातन धर्म का ध्वज ऊपर जब तक पहुंचती है वहां तक हमारे देश का समृद्धि होना चाहिए। इसलिए सनातन धर्म का निंदा नहीं करना। सनातन धर्म का निंदन एक निधि ने किया। रामचंद्र ने राम ब्रिज किया, इसके बारे में क्या प्रमाण है? वो पूछा, दूसरे बार कुर्सी में नहीं बैठा, आज तक नहीं बैठा। और अब एक निधि आया, वो तो निधि नहीं है, निधि आवास। क्योंकि लिए हमारे निधि वो निधि है, वो निधि है, वो सनातन धर्म ही हमारे निधि है। वो तो सनातन धर्म का निधि, इसका रक्षण करने वाला हमारे राज्य होना चाहिए। हमारे राज्य का पाल बहुत बहुत बड़े हमारे हिंदू धर्मों का प्यार करने वाले हैं। जैसे हमारे नायक, जब वैसे राज्यपाल भी रवि रूप में हमारे आए हैं। वो रास्ता में गलेज वाटर जाती है, वो तो वैसा होगा तो हमारे स्थिति क्या होगा? उसको रवि सूर्य भगवान स्वीकार करता है। उसको स्वीकार करके हमारे अच्छे पानी बारिश रूप में देता ही। अब देखिए, जब हमारे राज्यपाल इस मठ का प्रवेश किए तब तक नहीं था, जब वे प्रवेश किए वो तो रवि लोक से बारिश आ गई। तो बारिश हमारे आरोग्य का लक्षण है। गले जल को लेकर स्वच्छ जल के देने वाले हैं। इसलिए जो धर्माभास है उसको छोड़कर सनातन धर्म का रक्षण करने के लिए भगवान ही तमिलनाडु को भेजा ही है। इसलिए द्वारा सनातन धर्म का संरक्षण होना चाहिए, भगवान करेगा, ऐसा प्रार्थना करके बहुत बहुत काम तो सब छोड़कर हमारे साथ इस समय ये बैठे हैं, हमारे साथ साथ हमारे कार्यक्रमों में स्पंदन किए हैं। हम सब उनके बारे में प्रार्थना करेंगे, क्योंकि लिए धर्म का संरक्षण करने वाले का बारे में प्रार्थना करेंगे तो हम तब अच्छे रूप में रहेंगे। नेक्स्ट तमिलनाडु में कमलों का राज्य होना चाहिए, प्रार्थना करके
Sashtanga Namaskara to His Holiness Sri Sri Swamiji. We now request our chief guest for this Sanatana Utsava, Honorable Governor, to give his chief guest address. Please, sir.
गुरुर ब्रह्मा गुरुर विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परम ब्रह्म गुरुवे तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। परम पूज्य श्री श्री विद्याधीश तीर्थ स्वामी जी, other distinguished persons present here, all those distinguished persons who have been felicitated today for their extraordinary contribution to the society, all the persons associated with Pali Marmat present here, devotees, friends from the media, Namaskar. I feel blessed and immensely happy to be at this holy place in the presence of Param Pujya Sri Vidyadhish Tirth Swami Ji, In our traditions, since thousands and thousands of years, we know that the places where our Sant, our rishis have traveled, they have walked through, those places become holy places, pavitra sthan. And the place where they stay, as Swamiji has stayed here for Chaturmas, this becomes a tirtha for people to come to visit again and again. So I am very happy to be present at the tirtha, and at the occasion which is the concluding time of His Holiness Chaturmasa, and it is called Sanatana Utsava. Sanatana Utsava, just about 2 weeks back, on 8th, 9th and 10th of this month, the whole world celebrated Sanatana Utsava in Delhi when we had the G20 summit. Because G20 summit under Bharat's presidency was done with the full commitment to Sanatana values, Sanatana Dharma, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. What we say here in Tamil, Yadu Mure Yavadu. Today, the world has begun celebrating Sanatana Dharma. And at this time, we all, the children of Bharat Mata, we have a special responsibility. A special responsibility to take it, not only to assimilate in our day-to-day life, our dharma towards ourselves, our dharma towards our family, our dharma towards our society, to our Rashtra, to eventually lead to our dharma towards the Vishwa Kalyan. And in this resurgence of Sanatana Dharma, our rishis, our sants, our saints, like Param Pujya Shri Vidyadhis Swamiji, they play a very, very significant role because they are the Margdarshak. We have, the rishis were all Margdarshak. They show the path. In Bhagavad Gita it says, Mahajane yena gatena sapantha. So these great people, they show the path for the rest of the humanity, for the rest of us to follow. This Sanatana Dharma, which doesn't have the origin, we do not know when it actually began, and certainly it is endless. But the first documented manifestation of Sanatana Dharma was in our Vedas. That is where it was first documented and articulated. The tenets, the principles, the essence of Sanatana Dharma. And since then, the light, this new light, which the rishis gave us, it has spread over a vast tract of land. We know that our Rashtra, our country Bharat, was not built by any king, was not built by any rulers. It is the Western, it is the European notion of a state that here is a king, here is a Bahubali who has an army, who conquers a territory, consolidates it, and that is called a country or a political state. Our Bharat is not such a country, it is a unique country because this country has not been built by any king. There is no account in any point of history in our time, in history, that there was one king who actually covered the entire stretch of Bharat, what we have. In fact, what we have today is Khandit Bharat. It is a broken Bharat. The Bharat in its original shape was much, much larger. From Shyam, Brahmadesh and Shyam in the east to Hindu Kush in the west, the western border of Afghanistan. This was Bharat. But this, such a large, magnificent Bharat, with so many kings, so many kingdoms, so many rulers, it was a Rashtra, where a person from one end did not feel the boundary of a state or a country, and he travelled or she travelled to the other end of the country for doing tirtha. My own grandmother from Bihar, she travelled to Rameshwaram, to Dwarika, to Kanchipura, all these places, Badrinath. She passed through different areas, so many. She was not aware of she was passing through which kingdom. Unmindful, they were not relevant. Because every king was bound by the dharma to provide assistance to all the people, those who travelled. They had made facilities for the tirthayatris, for the pilgrims to stay, rest and recuperate, have free meals. And they travelled. And it was a mandate in the lifetime. Saptatirtham, the concept that we had, and we have even today, it was the wish of every Bharatiya to accomplish it. Everybody didn't do it, couldn't do it, but it was a dream. So this country, this Bharat, cannot be understood with the European notion, the Western notion of a political state. And that is why some people, they ask, Mr. Governor, tell me, who was the ruler? I wonder, I say, look, you are asking a very wrong question. Perhaps you do not know Bharat. And this lack of understanding, lack of knowledge of Bharat, which was the result of nearly 1,000 years of subjugation and over 200 years of colonization, during which the very idea of Bharat as a Rashtra was weakened. They tried to destroy it. And so the people, those who are educated in the modern education system, they have difficulty in understanding what is Bharat. And so they will say India. But what is India? Baba Saheb Ambedkar, the makers of the Constitution, the very first article of the Constitution, he writes, it says, India, that is Bharat. India needs introduction. India as it is understood in the concept with the understanding of European understanding of a state is not Bharat. India, that is Bharat. And so the Bharat one who understands Bharat will not ask such absurd question about who was the king who did it. And unfortunately, after the British left, we didn't do much to introduce this Bharat to our people, to our children, through curriculum. And as a result, they have very little understanding. And it is our task today to introduce them to Bharat. When we say Bharat, Bharat is the result of, is a product of Sanatana Dharma. Because that's this Sanatana Dharma which is all inclusive. Nobody is, the person who is a true believer in Sanatana Dharma does not even reject those who deny themselves to be Sanatana. Because here we say, Atmavat Sarva Bhuteshu. Not only humans but every being is like myself. My soul is the soul of all. These differences that we see, these are apparent differences. And in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna says about that what we say is avibhaktam vibhaktesu. One which is indivisible looks divided. But this is Maya, this is illusion, this is apparent. Underlying all these differences, we are like on leaves of a tree. A tree has millions and millions of leaves. And if you have seen carefully, no two leaves are alike. But beyond the tree, it has no existence. It is organically connected with the tree. And all the branches, no two branches are alike. What we have sampradayas in our Bharat. We have numerous sampradayas. I do not know how many. Somebody said 130. I myself, I am not very sure. If somebody tells there are 1,000 sampradayas, I will agree very humbly. Yes, there could be. Because after all, our Rishi says, Eko sada vipra bauddha vadanti. So it's all right. You have your ways. So these sampradayas are like branches of that. While no two branches are alike, no two leaves are alike, they cannot, away from the roots, they have no existence, they will perish. And that root is Sanatana. And this drishti, this darshan of universal oneness, it has spread over the land from the ocean to the Himalayas. The people of different regions and speaking different languages with their differing food habits, living in different climates, imbued with this light of the Sanatana, their culture, their civilizational values, they all essentially reflect that universal oneness. Even among the people, and I have seen it, among the tribes of Northeast, among the tribes of Central India, they may not be educated, they may not be well versed in shastras or books, doesn't matter. But their worldview, their view about themselves and the people around and the beings around is essentially a reflection of Sanatana Dharma. I was in Ooty district about a year back. I had experience. There are people, there are tribes. They have a season when they go for harvesting honey. But before they go for the season, harvesting honey, the whole village. They observe 3 weeks of vrata. They don't use the word vrata, they have their own term for it. Turning vegetarian, doing some puja, and they walk into the forest singing certain song, which is other people call mantra. They go and pick the honeycomb. Honey is all around, no honey extinct. They just pick up and bring. Look at the connect. The connect that they have. This is Sanatana. There is no discrimination. There is no distinction. Our Veda says, Te ajyeshtha, akanishthas, udvidho, madhyamasi. There is no shreshta, there is no down. No upper, there is no lower, there is no middle, we are all equal. How can there be any distinction in that? That is why in the Veda Ghosh, the recitation was going on. They said, Sangachadvam samvadadvam samvo manansi janata. Together we go, together we prosper. This is Sanatana. And this bhumi where we are today, Tamil Nadu, has been a very holy place where the Sanatana Dharma has prospered during the period when the rest of Bharat was suffering the pangs of subjugation. And this Sanatana is present in over 100,000 inscriptions that we have in Tamil Nadu. Go to Uttar Meru in Chengalpet and see a stone inscription. Go and see Ennairam in Velupura and see the inscription. They are in the 9th century. The then king had established a Vedic college. Baguru, go to Tirunelveli, Manur, a stone inscription. They tell you about Sanatana. They tell you about Vedas. They tell you about the values of Sanatana. There are over 100,000 inscriptions. And those who say that they will deny or eradicate Sanatana, go and destroy all these, if you can. It is in the DNA, it is in the sanskar. You cannot. People have tried. Many have tried. It is not. In this way. Some people feel allergic to the moment reference to Veda. Tolkappiyam. When I came here, I started getting some ancient Tamil Sangam period and all the classical texts. Tolkappiyam, which is the revered grammar text of this most beautiful and ancient language, Tamil. Perhaps I don't see, other than Sanskrit, any language that can compare with it in antiquity. It is such a rich and vibrant language. And when Tolkappiyam writes Tolkappiyam, after completing this book, he goes and presents it. He goes to Pandian Darbar. He writes it all in the preface of the book himself. Tolkappiyam writes it. He presents it, he goes to the Pandian Darbar, and in Darbar, at the head of the Darbar was Atankot Acharya. He presents this book to him. And he introduces, Tolkappiyam introduces Atankot Acharya. Aram Karai Navin, Nan Marai Mutri Atankot Acharya. Well versed in 4 Vedas, and whose tongue only speaks of Dharma. Now the distortions that the people cause today by saying all kinds of negative things, they are doing so out of their selfish interest. They disregard the values of Sanatana. But Sanatana is indestructible. Today we have a special responsibility. I said that 2 weeks back the world has celebrated Sanatana in G20 Leader Summit. It is to the credit of our national leadership, the Prime Minister, who understands, who is a true icon of Sanatana Dharma. He understands Bharat. And he framed the whole G20 entire approach in such a way that there was little room for conflict among the countries who otherwise keep fighting with each other. Imagine. All the 83 paras of the leaders' declaration, they all agreed. There was no room for disagreement. Because Sanatana doesn't have any room for any contradiction. We are all one. Contradictions are apparent. There is no inner contradiction. There is no true contradiction. At a time when the world is acknowledging Sanatana, we have a greater responsibility. And that responsibility we ought to have been discharging right from the day one of our independence. Unfortunately, we have lost a lot of time. When this country, when Bharat became independent, on the day, Rishi Aurobindo, one of the great sages of rishis of this great country, Bharat, he wrote it. He wrote his dream. You know, Rishi Aurobindo was well versed in the Vedas, Upanishad. He said, now the moment has come for Bharat. The moment has come for Bharat to discharge its divine obligation. He says that in the entire universe, Earth is the only planet which is evolutionary, where consciousness is in the process of evolution. Jad, Chetan, Jeev, Manushya. You keep evolving to the higher level, to the level to reach that consciousness, the divine consciousness, to be one with the divine. This evolutionary journey of consciousness is only on this planet Earth, nowhere else. And on this planet Earth, Bharat is the only country where this Sanatana light came several thousand years ago, that we are all one. Not only humans, but animals and plants. We are all one family, one kutumbam. In a conflicting world, to save this world from self-destruction, this light must prevail. This light that we are all one, it has been reflected. It is not only in our Vedas and Upanishads, but our rishis from time to time, they have articulated in their own way, in their own language. Today we are celebrating the 200th anniversary of a great saint of this land, holy land, Vallalar. Vallalar was known for his Jeev Karunyam, compassion to all beings. And Jeev was not limited to only humans and animals, because he said, Vadiya paire kand podhe lam vadine. When I see the plant withering, my heart withers. This is Sanatana. So at this point, Rishi Aurobindo said, we have to spread this light now to save the world. Vishwa Kalyan. For Vishwa Kalyan, Sanatana has to spread. For that, we have to be conscious of it. We have to be conscious of our responsibility. And anyone who is trying to eradicate it, anyone who is trying to do harm to it, we must realize their agenda is to break this country. Because the core strength of Bharat is Sanatana. So if you want to break this country, strike at the core. That is what the British did. They tried. And that is how they succeeded in breaking Bharat, making it Khandit. That was a single most tragedy that happened for Bharat when it was partitioned. Bharat cannot afford yet another partition. And those who are talking against Sanatan, their agenda is to break this country. And we have to be conscious of it. Not only conscious of it, we have to be conscious of our responsibility. Responsibility to spread this light with new energy, new vigor. And at a time when our country has entered the Amrit Kal, as our national leadership says, Prime Minister says, we have a responsibility. We know that Sanatan is indestructible, but that is not enough. We have to save the humanity, we have to save the planet. It is a much greater responsibility. And if we shun this responsibility, if we move away from this responsibility, we are going against the Sanatana. It is our duty to perform, to fulfill that responsibility. And for that, we have to do so with a sense of urgency. And the urgency which the Prime Minister has laid down for the country the next 24 years now, by 2047, by the time the country celebrates centenary of independence, 100 years of independence, Bharat must be, Vishwaguru must be in a position to prevail over the world. We have to be strong. We have to be strong, what Swami Vivekananda said. Swami Vivekananda, a great son of India, Bharat. He said, my dream of Bharat, of my dream, is one whose muscles are of iron, whose sinews are of steel, but whose heart and mind are Vedantic, compassionate. Jiva Karunyam, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. For that, we have to be strong even in our muscle and sinews. We have to be strong in science and technology. We have to be strong militarily, because Sukraniti says, Sanyada vina na rajyam na dhanam na parakrama balino vasaga sarve durbalasya cha shatruva. This light was there with us for several thousand years, but people didn't listen to it. Today they are listening, and they will listen more in coming days. We have to prove it. It is our duty. And in this period, next 2.5 decades, while we all have a great responsibility, so is the responsibility of our teachers to spread the light more and more. It is not the time for us to take a rest. No, it is not the time. We have a greater responsibility. And I am sure this Palimar Mutt will continue discharging its responsibility with renewed vigor, renewed energy, spreading the light to the rest of the country and beyond. And I pray the further journey of our His Holiness will continue making the places holier. He will continue spreading the light wherever he goes. He will continue influencing people to commit themselves to the seva, because seva is Sanatana. That is what we are for. I thank you once again all. Again my humble pranam to Swamiji. Thank you very much. Jai Bharat.
Bharat Mata Ki. Thank you, sir, for your excellent and most valuable insights. I'm sure we at Palimarvat would take it forward in reaching the vision of our Prime Minister. Thank you. Now it's time for the vote of thanks by Shri Guru Prasad.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. My humble pranams to His Holiness Palimar Swamiji, Honorable Governor Sri R.N. Ravi ji, and all dignitaries assembled here. On behalf of Chennai Chaturmasa Committee, Working Committee, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to His Holiness Sri Sri Vidyadisha Tirtha Swamiji for conducting his 45th year Chaturmasya Vrata Sankalpa in Chennai Kshetra and blessing us throughout all these 78 days with the Ramadevara Darshana, Pata and Pravachana. People of Chennai are indeed, they cherish this divine opportunity to serve Swamiji and his Antaryami, Lord Sri Rama, all these 78 days. Swamiji's routine starts daily at 4 a.m. with Japa, followed by Pata to Junior Swamiji through online and to Vidyapita Sishyas till 8 a.m. And he then visits devotees' homes and matas for Pada Pujas, Samastana Puja, Bhiksha Svikara. Again, without rest. In the evening, he again takes Pata to Sishyas, offering Puranokta Puja, evening Pravachana and Totil Puja. And late night, he still continues the Jnana Karya, which goes on till night many a times. With such tapasvi with us in Chennai for the last 78 days, it is no wonder that this year Chennai has been blessed with enormous southwest monsoon to the quantum of 800 mm, which is the highest in last 30 years. What other witness do we require to assess the outcome of us following the Sanatana Dharma? I would also like to express our gratitude to Honorable Governor Sri R.N. Ravi ji, whom we also see and aspire as a true Sanatani. Thank you, sir, for your valuable time. I share our heartfelt thanks to Palimaru Samastana, staffs and team for supporting us in all ways. I would like to thank all our donors, patron members to have contributed seamlessly. I would like to profusely thank Sri Ranganathan Vasudev for ensuring to capture each and every divine moment with his YouTube channel. I sincerely thank our Anna Nagar Mata staffs, cooks and the management staff for hosting us and conducting this Chaturmasa event in a divine manner. I take this time to thank all Matas based out of Chennai, Seva Kartrus for their day-to-day sevas which got carried out all across Chennai, throughout Chennai, enabling common devotee to have darshan and getting blessings of Swamiji all these 78 days. I thank all the elucidate Pandits, Bhajana Mandalis, Sanghas for participating in daily bhajans and evening programs. I thank the police department, corporation officials, EB department, fire department, our press friends, our media friends and the event management team for making this event this successful. Last but not least, I thank all the Chennai volunteers and core team members to have given their entire time all these 78 days, serving without which this event would have not been possible. Thank you. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu.
Thank you, Shri Guru Prasad. Now it is time for National Anthem by Srimati Durga Ramji.
जनगण मन अतिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलति तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।